Okay, the next pre-Socratic philosopher I want to talk about is a guy named Pythagoras. Now, you've probably run across Pythagoras in a math class of some kind before, an algebra class or trigonometry or geometry or something. The Pythagorean theorem, right? How's that go? The square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. I think I remembered that right. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. I know I remembered that one. The way of finding the length of the hypotenuse of a right triangle, or actually, way to find the length of any side of a right triangle if you know two sides. Well, enough math stuff. This is going to go fast. I don't want to do a lot of math homework here. But since you've run into Pythagoras before, then that's your clue as to what Pythagoras is interested in. He's interested in, let me back up a minute. He's interested in the numbers that we find in the physical universe and the relationships between the numbers that we find in the universe. It's not at all like Pythagoras disagrees with the materialists and their theory about four Greek elements. It's not at all that he disagrees. It's just that Pythagoras says, if you really want to exercise your mind, if we go back to this diagram here for a second, if you really want to exercise that little piece of logos inside your head, you want to exercise your mind so that you can reach up and get reconnected to that logos thing and then to experience the theos thing, to learn the rules of the universe, well then all that four Greek element stuff isn't the way to do it. Because once you've learned to play that game, it's a pretty easy game to play. For example, I've got here a rock. Now, if I let go of the rock, we all agree on the phenomenon that's going to occur. Or we can predict the phenomenon, okay? That if I let go of the rock, it's going to fall. Well, now I have a scientific theory to explain why the rock falls. Why does the rock fall? Well, it's made out of earth, right? Rocks are made out of earth. Earth is heavier than air, so when I suspend the rock in the air and let go of it, it falls. Actually, it fell down on the ground that time. Now I can explain what I see, but it's a pretty easy game to play. Once you learn even the basics of the four Greek elements, and then you can begin to explain all kinds of things. But it's a very easy game to play. If you want to really exercise your mind, you assign numbers to the rock. How fast does it fall? Does a big rock fall faster than a little rock? Does it fall at the same rate, or does it accelerate as it falls? And in fact, what is Pythagoras doing when he assigns numbers to things in the physical universe, but what over in Building 2 we call physics? Physics is the study of assigning numbers to objects in the physical universe and then studying things like velocity and acceleration and all the stuff you learn in a physics class. If you've studied physics, you know you have to have algebra first because that's what physics is, the application of mathematics to the physical universe and then studying the relationships that develop as the physical universe does whatever the universe does, and studying the numbers that come out of the actions that we see going on in the physical universe. Well, like I said, I'm not going to say an awful lot more about Pythagoras. I really don't want to do a lot of math homework today. But a couple of times in the semester we're going to stumble across Pythagoras, and a lot of what he discovered about some numerical relationships are kind of interesting. Even if you're not much of a math person, he's going to pop up a couple more times in the semester.